Alrighty, so we are back, and today I want to talk about the best characters to run alongside Wrathful Part 2 LR Broly. Now, I've had some experience using this character now via the private server and on global, and I really like this guy for the Festival of Battles, but otherwise things are a little bit tricky right now, specifically for this unit. So again, in this video, what I'm going to aim to do is tell you what units have the most synergy with this character, who pair the best, who you can run them alongside for things like Festival of Battles and stuff like that. And if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and stay tuned and you will learn as much as you need to know about the character. And if you do find yourself enjoying this video, consider subscribing because it does help out the channel a considerable amount, and I would greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, Broly has a very interesting sort of link set here that's going to work out pretty well. The one link here that's a bit of a problem, at least in terms of like meta characters, is going to be this Berserker link right here, right? It's a very good link, but the problem is even at link level 10, it still has this fatal flaw with it being 50% or less needing HP. Considering things are like big bad bosses, what this should have been is just attack 30% and it would have been fine. Because like if you just look at the characters here, you're not really getting this on anybody meta relevant right now. We are still TBD on this version of STR Legendary Super Saiyan Broly right here. I think he could be pretty damn good depending on how his Super Easy A is. And then if we look here, this STR Broly as well also has potential to be a good character as well. For the Festival of Battles in specific, you would be sharing this Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, would be sharing Berserker here. But the problem is, again, especially in the Festival of Battles, the way that the HP is going to work is you're going to go from 100% to 0% like that, right? This is not a thing where you're really taking like 100k per normal. The enemies are so out of control that if they're not stacked properly, you just straight up lose. So that is going to be a bit of a problem. So with Berserker here, you're not really going to be sharing much. So just keep that in mind. That's really the only link that's going to be like a huge problem here. And shocking speed at times, I think, can be a little bit difficult to sort of get an understanding for in terms of like when you're going to be using it. But you guys can see there are some good options here. Gold Jita obviously can fit on a bunch of teams that you'd potentially run him on. You got PyCon here, the fused version, or the transform version, excuse me. AGL Gogeta 4 here. But again, you're not really, I guess you could run these two together on like a Giant 8 power team. I suppose that's actually not a bad idea. We'll see how many characters these two link, or how many links they share, excuse me, and that'll sort of be what we need to look for. So when it comes to Saiyan Warrior Race, Prodigies, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power, there are a ton of meta-relevant units that are going to be linking up well with this character. So one thing that I like to do, and you guys can do this as well, on DokkanInfo.com, this is not a partnered thing. I just use this website a lot. It is a really good tool for players to use. They have this thing as known as the link tool. So if we click on this tab here, we can check characters and see who their best linking partners are and the percentages that they have. They will show the total amount of characters that share X amount of links with a unit. So for example, we won't use Broly just for the sake of the argument here, right? If we wanted to check and see who links the best with Kale, we click on Kale, and then boom, you're going to see it's going to pop up here. It's going to show us all of the units that share the same amount of links based on that character. So hopefully this website wants to get its act together and start working. But when it does work, it will show us. Like maybe we try something else. Can we click Broly here? I don't know what's going on with the website. It doesn't seem to want to be working for us here. And it's being a little bit difficult. So what if we just try refreshing the page? That might work as well. So we'll come back and talk about that in a little bit. But that link tool is a very good source of action here for like what potentially could be happening. But now if we go over here, we also have this tab right here, which shows similar links. So this is going to be showing us some of the best characters in the game that share links with this Broly. So first and foremost, one of the best partners, especially in the Festival of Battles for this Broly, is going to be this TEQ Broly right here. A very good extreme tech option. But if you are running this Broly for the Festival of Battles in there, you're probably just going to want to run this one and not run him in there in the festival as well. But as you guys can see, if we click on this Broly right here, it is going to be sharing 4 key, attack 80%, and then defense 10% as well. But we do also have to account for the fact that is also including Berserker. So HP needs to be 50% or less to really maximize that out. And you're really not going to be seeing the full version of Berserker very often, again, because of the bad HP restriction. So just keep that in mind right there. You're not really going to be seeing that very often. But I think that this is a pretty good rotation here, these two. If you want to count this one as well, it also could work. It's always basically going to be the same thing here. Saiyan Warrior Race is the one that you're going to be missing with a lot of these characters here. In this case, this one is going to be a little bit different. You're going to be missing Legendary Power, but you are going to be getting Saiyan Warrior Race back. So it's the same case right here. We get Saiyan Warrior Race there, and then we lose Legendary Power. But I think that if this EZA is good, we could also see this being a pretty fun rotation, especially on the movie boss's team, because if we click this right here and we look at the movie boss's setup, we're going to have Gold Jita, and then we're going to have one of these two of the Golden Frieza and Gojitas. We're going to have this Broly. We're going to have the Super Easy A for STR Broly, and then we're also going to have this STR Broly as well. And these characters are also going to be sharing 6 links and getting the 80% attack and 10% defense. So no matter if you have legendary power or not, you are still going to be getting basically the same effects here. This Broly is going to give us 85% rather than 80, but that is still more than enough, right? That 5% difference could be the difference between winning a run or not losing a run. But when it comes to sort of ranking which ones we want to use, is the link tool working now? No, it's actually, there we go. Okay, so now this is what I was talking about with the tool. So we can see all of these different effects and what they do. So here are all the characters that share 6 common links. The best ones in this specific tab are going to be TEQ Broly, Int Broly, and the STR Broly Easy A is TBD. I would assume it's not going to be very good. Just because of the way that they do sub Easy As, you never know. They're very hit or they're very miss. We've seen that before. When we look at the characters that share 5 common links, we have AGL Gogeta and TEQ Vegeta. For the Festival of Battles, this is going to be incredibly valuable for you because of the fact of with these 5 links, we are going to be sharing prodigies. We're going to be sharing these different things right here. So prodigies, Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. This is basically a really standard Saiyan link set, a Super Saiyan link set that this Broly has. He just doesn't have Super Saiyan. So you are going to be missing out on Berserker as well as experienced you're going to be missing out on Berserker and Super Saiyan because he has experienced fighters in Super Saiyan, but that is okay. Prodigies and Berserker. Prodigies, obviously, this Broly has. So these are going to be the links that work very well with this Vegeta. I think this is going to be one of the best linking partners, especially in the Festival of Battles where you're going to be running this character. I know you're sick of hearing me say Festival of Battles, but it's just, this is what this character is designed for, so I have to talk about it. Then we have this Vegeta as well, who's going to be essentially sharing the same links: Prodigy, Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So these are the rotations that you want to run him with, AGL Gogeta or TEQ Vegeta right here, and they're going to work out very well with the 5 common links. Now, when it comes to some other units, some honorable mentions, I think this TEQ Super Saiyan Broly is very good. Beast Gohan is okay. Physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is okay. And that's really going to be it. But when it comes to 4 common links, I think that this is an interesting sort of setup here because you have the Gogeta, you have the Frieza, but this is more of the unit that I want to focus on because of the fact that he is going to fit on the 220% for our boy Broly here, right? This guy has the Exploding Rage category. So if you want to run 2 Brolys in there, you can potentially do this and run this guy on the team, and that can work for you. But again, Exploding Rage is in a bit of a weird spot, but we are going to be sharing Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepared for Battle, Legendary Power, Fierce Battle, as well as this is the 4 links. So no Super Saiyan, no Warrior Gods. This guy has no Prodigies, Saiyan Warrior Race, or Berserker. So you're still going to be getting the total buffs here are a little bit tricky to figure out, but you're going to be getting extra 15% from the Legendary Power, 20% right here, attack and defense 5% right there. So a lot of extra attacks from the links right here, and that is going to work out pretty well for you. And the same case is going to be for the Vegeta. I think the Gohan can also work out a bit as well. The problem with this Gohan, I think it's specific, is that you're just not really getting the most out of this character in modern content right now, or not in modern content, but just on the teams that you want to run him on. You're more looking to run a Hybrid Saiyan / Youth setup when we are talking about this Gohan right here. And obviously Broly is not going to be fitting the mold for Hybrid Saiyans or Youth. So you just have to keep that in mind there, that's going to greatly affect how you're going to be running the unit. So just keep that in mind, and we'll kind of have to see where things go from there. But if we continue to move on with some of the other characters that share 4 links that are good, this AGL Goku is also very good, especially if you're running in the event that we won't name because we've said it 11 times. In short form content, you have somebody like AGL UI Goku that shares 4 links. You've got this TEQ Vegeta in the event that I'm not going to say. In the event that I'm also not going to say, something got caught in my throat there. With AGL Vegeta from from Namek here, he's also going to be an okay partner. And the same thing's going to be said for this Int Legendary Super Saiyan Broly right here. So those are some of the best linking partners. Again, 3 common links, not really worth running as a rotation, but those are the characters that you want to partner up with this TEQ Broly. So TLDR here, I think that the some of the best characters that you can run here with this guy going to be TEQ Broly, and then you've also got the 10-year fusions right here in the Vegeta form. I think those guys are going to be very nice to run as rotations in the Festival of Battles. Then we also have this STR Broly Super Easy A, which I would assume is going to be good because it's a summonable LR Super Easy A. And then we've got some of the other GDC characters down here as well. So That's basically going to do it for this one. Let me know down below. How are you running this Broly? Who are you running him up alongside? And all of that fun stuff in the comment section below. Now, before we go, you guys know we are going to give a shout out to our members over on the YouTube side of things. This does help the channel in more ways than you can imagine. You're going to get perks such as early access to 0 to Hero videos. You're going to get a special name in your name, a special badge in your name next to the chat, emojis in the chat, a community place where you can exclusively post on the Discord, as well as a special role on the Discord. And it's just a way to further show your support for the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, big shouts outs to Nubius, Malcolm, Driftix, Devontae Little Jr., Sean C., Blue Sun, Preston Kitty, Tekka, Chunkster, Soldier91, Yay, Wesley, Cosmo, Van, and Brian V, and Rautokun. So thank you to all my members in the member section. I appreciate you greatly. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Subscribe if you were new, so that way you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. Thank you guys always for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.